President Bush is saying today, quote, "Our hearts and prayers go out to the families." Live in Gary, Indiana, I'm Jim Wagner. Back to you in Atlanta. Gary?
Francis Cardinal George wrapping up his news conference here at the Archdiocese before taking a flight to Rome. Cardinal joining us right now live with the latest.
The one whom God wants to sit on that chair of Peter.
Cardinal Francis George, thank you so much for taking time out to be live with us tonight. Good luck in Rome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
As for the judge herself, I'm told she's with U.S. Marshals this morning under sedation at an undisclosed location. Live in Chicago's North Side, Jim Wagner, CLTV News. Back to you, Tanya. As you know, Tanya, a news conference scheduled for later on this morning in about 25 minutes from now here at the West Dallas Police Station, where we're expected to learn more details about everything that's transpired here in the last 12 hours. Live in West Dallas, Wisconsin, Jim Wagner, CLTV News. Tanya?
Let's go now to reporter Jim Wagner of CNN affiliate CLTV. Jim standing by outside of Wrigley Field. Jim, what are you hearing out there this morning?
Leon, let me tell you, this is the talk of the town, whether you're a Cubs fan or not. This is just one of the headlines in one of the Chicago papers this morning. Busted.
Well, good morning, Darren. I'll tell you what, the FBI says the threat may be vague at this point, but all of the hospitals here in the city of Chicago, I can tell you, are in heightened alert, some more prepared than others. What you're looking at right behind me is a bioterrorism unit at the University of Chicago Hospital. They bought this unit after the events of September 11th, and it's now included in their everyday emergency preparedness plan. And now joining us to talk more about this is Dr. Jeff Rhodes. Doctor, thanks for taking time out.
We have some new numbers on the arrests coming out of last night as well, Evelyn. Initial reports were that about 200 people were arrested. The Chicago Police Department now updating those numbers to more than 500, nearly 550 people arrested last night, mostly for reckless conduct, a few for mob action.
Jim, what's the story there?
Well, Leon, some new information at this hour. You know, everyone involved in this case very optimistic right now about what's happened, but it looks like it's going to be quite some time before official verification can be made. And of course, that is going to come with this DNA testing, which we're told is indeed underway right now.
Well, you know, it's really going to be interesting to see that ticker tape come down. That's going to be really cool, but I think they're going to be ready because once they come down here, they're going to be cheering. It's also going to be really interesting to see them go through Pilsen and Chinatown and Greektown as they make their way into the loop. But I think, Bill, in answer to your question, they're ready here.
All right, Chip Carey, thanks for joining us. We are live in Chicago on opening day at Wrigley Field. Chicago Cubs, go Cubs. Back to you in Atlanta.
Jim, thank you very much. And I'll tell you this, the baseball might not always be the best, but the Cubby fans could give lessons to fans all around both leagues.
Isn't that the truth?
I will say that. Right. Jim Wagner from our affiliate CLTV. Go Cubbies. Have a great season.
It is finally Super Bowl weekend here in Miami, and here in South Beach, it is absolutely rocking. Ocean Drive here remains closed to traffic as people from around the world continue to land right here. Bears fans in Chicago, the only thing cool right now in Miami are the bikinis. Well, that and dehydrated Bears fans.
Chicago Bears! Super Bears!
Great to be here finally.
Where are you from?
We are from Hinsdale area in Chicagoland area.
All right, it feels good to be down here.
Yeah, it feels great. It's nice and warm. It's real hot.
The minutes leading up to game time in South Beach look like this. Bears fans doing their best sexy Rexy, dreaming of a win on Sunday, and Ocean Rescues in the Miami winter of '07 done people up to their necks with the underdog Bears concept. That and a lot of love.
Love the Bears. I've loved them since I was a kid, so it's exciting.
Well, we've been down here all week interviewing Bears fans, and leave it to the very end to find something like this. Believe this or not, a Bears fan from South Shore and a Colts fan from the South Loop. Well, we've seen just about everything else this week down here, so take a look at this.
Early season prediction. 34-21 Colts. 34-21 Colts.
I'm going to tell you right now, we're going to smoke y'all so bad.
Somebody's not making it home. 34-21
Somebody ain't going to make it.
All right, Chicagoans, be on the lookout for South Shore resident Cardell McCollum, Bears fan, and or South Loop resident John McClendon, Colts fan, or the lack of one of them.
You know, we're going to beat them in 3 phases. Hey, somebody's not going to make it back to Chicago, either me or them. Okay? And special teams.
At any rate, I think it's safe to assume all Bears fans here are hoping for an '85 repeat. So as you can see, Super Bowl weekend officially underway here in South Beach along Ocean Drive in Miami. And although everyone is having fun, there is one thing that stands out amongst everything. You know what that is? Urlacher jerseys. There you go. What jersey do you have? Thomas Jones jerseys, Rex jerseys, Lance Briggs jerseys, all the rest of the Bears jerseys. That one thing that sticks out, a huge Bears presence that Bears fans here hope fuel them to a Super Bowl victory come Sunday.
CLTV, go Bears!
In Miami, Jim Wagner, CLTV News. Say it ain't Sosa. I picked the wrong bat. Busted. Those are the headlines in Chicago today, and fans say at this point they certainly want to believe Sammy.
At this point, I believe him right now. If the other 30, 40 bats, whatever they took, if those are corked, or some of them are corked, then I'm going to have a problem.
We're hoping for the best. We hope you tell them the truth, Sammy.
Major League Baseball security officials carrying the evidence away. The league office will now take a close look at it in deciding Sammy Sosa's immediate future. Sammy says he only uses the cork bat for batting practice, and he simply grabbed it by mistake before stepping up to the plate.
I know that I lost the fans, and they are being great to me. You know, it's a mistake, and I take the blame for it.
Sammy stepped up to the plate with a corked bat, but thousands of Cub fans in Chicago say they're supporting him today because he stepped up to the plate immediately afterward by admitting he made a mistake.
We're told some 70 other bats of Sammy's have been confiscated and are on their way to New York to be examined. Sammy, of course, now facing a suspension, and a lot of Cub fans here in Chicago saying that's the last thing their team needs right now, especially in a heated race in the Central Division with arch rivals the St. Louis Cardinals and the Houston Astros, as well as the big series this weekend coming up with the New York Yankees. In Chicago, I'm Jim Wagner for CNN Headline News.